Alright guys, what's up? I'm back. Joining in a little late here. I'm up just like $5 on each of these $25 NL tables on the bottom. And I just started up top here on the two $5 NL tables. Up right here, flopped a straight draw, backdoor flush draw, middle pair. It's alright. Just gonna get directly into the hands and some commentary. Got a bet and a raise over there. I think I'm just gonna call and see this turn. See what's happening. Pretty deep here. This guy folded. This guy has $30 in play, so we're pretty deep. Would have liked to flop to set. I'm in position here. I don't. This guy's just betting 5 cents. I could raise there, but I don't really want to do that. I'm afraid. I'm fine with just calling 5 cents. 4 king of hearts. It's gonna be a fast fold. I could be a winner here, but I'm gonna fold. Probably not a winner. If he calls, I'm gonna sit out again now. I was gonna sit out just to see what they went to showdown with. King, queen. This guy is under the gun range. I'm just going to lay it down. Out of position. Pocket deuces. I'm in position here. Pretty deep. I'm going to call. Hopefully one of these guys calls as well to get better odds. Didn't flop the set. Might still be ahead. Here, this guy is short. I'm just going to lay down the sixes. In position, but some. Pocket twos. I'm gonna call. Do have backdoor flush, and I could still be ahead with these twos. The 4 doesn't change anything. If he bets again, I'm gonna call one more time, and then if he 3-barrels, I'm gonna lay down the river. Pretty. He's betting a little bit more than half. That's fine. 8. All the draws miss. All the flushes. All the straights. See what he does. See if he continues. He just checks. I'm going to check it too. Does he have a pair? He has a pair. That's fine. I'm going to buy back in over here. 2 is pretty weak play. Weak play, but he's just missing so many draws there. It's alright. The problem is that he is going to 3-bet me at some frequency, and if I'm always folding that 3-bet, then it's going to be really tough to make money on that hand playing the way how I did. I'm just going to give up this 3-bet. He's betting so light, but I'm out of position, and he doesn't have the money chips behind him. I'm going to feel really uncomfortable if there's 1 or 2 overcards, and I'm most likely not going to set up, and he just doesn't have that much money behind. I could have just gotten in there, but I'm just going to wait for a better spot. Plus, like, the 3-bet with just raising $1 seems strong. Like, what's he doing that? Like, why the almost min raise 3-bet? 9-8 suited. I'm gonna try to steal this guy's big blind. Raise. If this guy had more money, I might try to steal this with the queen 9 suited, but I feel like I don't have a lot of fold equity when he's just playing with like $2. I've got to open up my stream to see what's going on. Someone might be here, and I might not even know about it. The ace queen looks like it's going to play. The king jack is going to play. To type on my other monitor, which is not very easy with Bovada going on, honestly. Priority system makes it pretty hard. Somebody could be here and I don't even know it. Most likely, no one's here though. Let's be real. King jack, we got a 3-bet from the small blind. Pretty big sizing. I'm just gonna lay it down, honestly. Probably like never doing that with a worse hand than king jack. So I basically have to get lucky in position. He has some hands that are just dominating me. I'm just gonna lay it down. Big sizing too. Hey guys, I don't know if you already said something. Why can't I chat in my own chat room, man? I like to say, hey, smiley face. I'm having difficulty. 5 jack is folding. 3, 4 suited folding. King jack, king 9 suited. Excuse me, that's raising. Hey, smiley face. It's not easy to type. So many hands going on. I'm gonna 3-bet here. Try to squeeze this $1.50 that these people contributed. Pocket threes, early position, I'm just gonna fold. The sixes didn't hit. That's unfortunate. But it's not the end of the world. Chat. I'm gonna check it down. Wow, flop 2 pair over here on a super wet board. He only has $9. So how much do I want to bet? I think I'm just gonna bet it all. I could do something fun like bet $3 and then just go all in on the turn. But I'd rather not slow play. If he had something, you can just get the money in. The 86 could raise that if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Try to steal the blinds, but the hand's pretty weak. King Jack. Early position, I'm just going to fold. King 8. Queen 8 on the button. I'm going to try to steal. If they 3-bet me, I'm just going to fold. 6 Jack. Another gun? No. Got to sit here. Should have done this a long time ago. This way, I'm playing the two $25 tables at the bottom. So if it's ever my decision, I'm going to be able to see the check, fold, check, or call raise option on the more important tables at the bottom. Whereas on the top, if I were ever fold out, if I didn't see that it was my turn, it's just going to be the $5 table at least. Which, at some point, folding, timing out unintentionally is going to happen. For tabling Bovada, it's really hard to keep track, honestly. Really hard to keep track. 6-2 suited, no. 10 ace off, no. 2 early position. I'm playing that in the cutoff. Not in the first 2 spots. 3-4, no. 5-10, not gonna happen. King Deuce. I'm just gonna fast fold, fuck it. Good raises. I'm just gonna let it go. 5-7 suited, there's some playability with that hand, so I'm gonna play it. 3-bet, oh well, just giving it up ASAP. King Ace, definitely good enough to play. Definitely good enough to play. 7 Jack. If it was suited, I was gonna raise there in the cutoff. Ace 10, not fucking with that. Six King on the button could definitely be good enough. Let's buy more chips here. Let's get some fake viewers in the house by watching myself. I'm gonna go for the 3-bet here. Wouldn't mind if he calls, wouldn't mind if he folds. However, if he 4-bets, probably gonna lay down the king queen. Alright, flop. Top pair, second kicker with some draws. Backdoor draws, of course. Pretty good flop for me. A lot of hands are calling me. There's straight draws, flush draws, pairs. I feel like I'm getting a lot of calls on this flop. So I'm betting bigger. Oh well, guess he completely missed. Maybe he had an underpair and was afraid. Maybe he had nothing. King 9 suited, that's folding. Got some, we need a jack or some hearts, many hearts. He's betting the pot on the turn, laying it down. I feel like he has a 9 a lot there when he's betting pot. Maybe I just checked twice and he wants to show aggression. Either way, I don't have a good hand, so I'm out. The pocket kings, I see a pretty shitty flop here. I'm going to bet it. A lot of hands are calling with worse. Straight draws, flush draws, queens. But that ace is pretty scary to a lot of people. So, oh well. Did not want to let my opponent see a free card on the turn. 10 jack, it's folding. 6-10. Ace jack suited. I could 3-bet this, and I'm going to. Okay, some people spaz out here in the blinds. I've seen him plenty of times. I'm in position now. If he raises, hopefully he doesn't make it fucking huge. He just calls. This guy's squeezing a lot. Flop trips up here. It's going to be hard to believe for me to get that. I'm just going to fold the 8s. With this guy behind me too. Oh well. I feel like people aren't squeezing that lightly in this game. I feel like I'm not being abused by that. So until then, I'm fine with my 8s. That guy was pretty deep too, so I didn't really want to make a move with like a semi-weak holding with 8s. Not a lot of playability. King 8, that's folding. Ace 4, facing the underground range. I'm going to fold that. We got a limper here. I got a suited ace. I'm going to try to apply some pressure in position. Let's see what happens. He just calls. Pretty shitty flop for me. No spades, no connectivity. For me, I'm getting a lot of calls if I ever bluff here. With the queen and the 10 on the board. I think I'm just going to limp. Nah, I'm going to raise. Not limping. Sometimes I do limp in the small lines. I don't know why I do that, but sometimes I do it. Should still be winning here. He's calling with a lot of overcards on this flop, most likely. It's going to suck if he has a 7. 10 doesn't really scare me either. I'm going to bet this, and then probably check on the river. Check back river. If he's calling, wow. Now he goes for the raise. He could be doing this with a lot of bluffs, with diamonds, with straight draws. This guy's probably betting the $1 pretty lightly against this limper, but my pocket 10s are strong enough regardless to put in another bet here. Pocket aces, I'm going to raise. Yeah, he folded that one through. Got a lot of pocket pairs here. 4 pocket pairs in sight at the same time. That's a lot. Pocket 5s. I'm going to call this. Hopefully some other people call too, and we can try to get up some good odds to flop a set. Over here, pocket aces. Simple 4-bet. He's probably not doing this that lightly. You know, out of position. He's 3-betting me. We'll see what happens here. I feel like he's going to at least call. At least that's what my hopes are. I do block 2 aces, but looks like he's going to fold. Oh well. I'll collect his money without seeing a flop happily any day. Pocket 5s. This hits me kind of well. But I have no spades. A lot of bad turn cards if I do get any callers, so I'm gonna play it slow. 5 comes up on the bottom board. Typical. Wow. The 5 does come on the turn though, and I'm not gonna play any games. I'm just gonna bet a little bit more than half. People are still calling with straights and flush draws, some other hands. Ideally, I would check raise river once they catch up. But looks like I got a little bit too ahead of myself there. It's pocket 4s. I'm not going to try to bluff with this. Hopefully I just have the best hands, which I don't. A bluff probably would have worked here, but oh well, couldn't have known that. Ace jack is better than that. Ace 5. Just going to let it go. I thought about squeezing there. Ace king. I don't know what's going on here. OBS just shut down. What? Damn, this could be a bad play. Fuck. What's going on here? Stream went down. I think it's back up now. I really don't know. Played some tricky hands here. In the meantime, the Ace King, I thought about just going all in pre, but I didn't really mind calling. Maybe getting some other odds from these two guys in position. Well, the stream looks dead right now. Now it's back. Okay, that's cool. Now the Ace King is being seen. Thinking about check raising with the Ace-5 suited here. Pair plus flush draw. He's just going all in, twice the pot. I think I'm folding. I mean, I'm never ahead of here. I always have to catch up, and he's giving me terrible odds. So I'm just going to fold. Ace-2 suited, I would have liked to play that hand, but oh well. Not sure what is going on with the stream here. Alright, it looks like I'm back. I have no idea why I went down or what, but oh well. Ace deuce suited. Let's see what we got here. The 9 jack off. I'm gonna try to steal some blinds. Ace king. Try to value bet. Pocket 10. So much money's in this pot already. I'm gonna try to squeeze. Maybe get some folds. Maybe get a call. It's a pretty good hand, so we'll see what happens. Because under range definitely scares me the most. And now I'm not nearly as afraid of these guys. I'm happy to not see a flop with pocket 10s out of position. Man, this guy's going all in so deep. And he just limp call earlier. I think I'm going to call this, but we're so deep. I'm going to call it. He's ace queen. I'm ahead right now. No ace, no queen. No ace, no queen. Boom. That's a big win, maybe. Just like the limp shove. Dude. You ever really doing that with strong holdings? I don't know, man. I don't, personally. It was just like, you know, under the gun raise, and then under the gun +1 called. So, like, they probably had something. You know, if you have a good hand, just apply the pressure to them. Try to get value out of those hands. But instead of just, like, the limp raise all in pre, I don't really like that play. Pretty sick for me, though. I'll take it any day. Especially to win this semi-flip. It was like 57% or like 57 to 60% favorite there. That's not bad. I will take it. Fuck, dude. Okay, queens. Getting some decent hands. That's not bad. Hello, stranger. I will say hi in the chat. You may respond if you want. Getting great odds here. I don't like this call very much. Like calling the 3-bet, but he was just betting so cheaply that I got a call. I'm actually going to continue some aggression here. I don't want to see a lot of turn cards. He calls, though. Would have just liked to fold, honestly. 6 of clubs, not a good... I meant to bet here. Not the best turn. I'll probably call the turn. No. I'm going to check call river as played there. He just checks. I should win. Wonder what he had. Probably not going to look, though. I'm going to look once I review the hands at a different time, but that'll be a different time. So I'm losing the straights here. I would hate to get raised. And I'd also hate to fucking bet folds, but he snap calls. This guy probably just has a 9 or a queen and was hungry to chase me down. Got a club here and some backdoor straights, 2 overcards. Not a bad flop. He calls flop though, so I feel like he's gonna call a lot of turns as well here. I'm just gonna check, maybe catch up. So straights came in, flushes came in, I feel like he's going to bet this river a lot. Yep, and I'm going to just lay it down. Got backdoor straights, backdoor flushes, but I'm not going to continue. This guy only has like $7 in play. The ace-2 suited. Let's try to squeeze this. I like squeezing against the cutoff and the button so much more. But this hand is pretty playable. I'm going to continue. If he doesn't have a jack or a high pocket player, it's going to be pretty hard for him to continue, and he just folds. That's pretty good. I'm going to try to steal the 75 cents that this guy committed to the pot. But I feel like he's actually not that committed. He just bet the 75 cents. Do flop the ace. A lot of draws on this board. I'm gonna bet it. A lot of hands that are worse should be calling here. A lot of straight draws, a lot of flush draws. All right. My flush draw continues, which is good. I'm gonna wait a little bit and then continue to bet. This pocket queens that I've neglected. Wasn't really paying attention to this hand, honestly. The 9 jack, wow, rivers me, that's fine. He folds, that's fine too. Jack would not have been a favorable card in the river. What's up, 4th viewer? Hello, hello. Do hello smiley face. Bitches love the smiley face. Pocket sixes under the gun. I'm just gonna lay it down. This guy is 3-betting me. I'm in position here. Smooth call. Suited, a pretty playable hand. I feel like I don't have the best hand most of the time when he's 3-betting me. But in position and it's suited, I'll give it a shot. Ace-6 off. 6 viewers now. Hey. Hey. Alright. Ace-4, King-8. No. This Ace-6. I don't think I'm going to continuation bet this flop. Hands that I'm beating are probably going to still find a fold, like Jack, Queen, King, Jack. Those hands are calling. Any pocket pair is calling on this board. So I don't really feel the need to make a bet and not let my opponent realize some of his equity. His ace-5. Oh, the 6 plays, motherfucker. Not bad. King Jack. Flopping the pair over here. Calling 5 cents. Getting pretty decent odds. Flop pair. That's good. Not really loving this flop though. So maybe not that good. This is a cheap bet. I'm going to call this. Got the 2 pair. I'm going to bet this. I don't want to see a lot of turn cards. Looks like I just folded the 10. It's not the end of the world. Fortunately, that's what I'm saying at the beginning of the stream. Noted how I have the 2 more important tables at the bottom, so if I ever see that it's my turn, I will see that. And occasionally I will time out on the bottom. I think I'm going to check raise on the bottom left here. And if he doesn't have a queen, it's going to be very hard for this guy to continue. There's a lot of cards that I can continue with on the turn. Straight cards, flush draws, a king. So it's hard for him to fold on this flop, and it's actually very easy for me to continue on the turn. So I feel pretty strong about it. This guy is just going all in pre. I don't exactly remember. I think this is a limp and then just going all in. Ace Queen. Dude, what the fuck? OBS disconnected again? Having problems with OBS. It said my connection reconnected. Should be back ASAP. My OBS looks fine, but I'm getting notifications that it fucked up, and my stream no longer looks live. Oh well, I'm just gonna continue the commentary anyways, and I'll be back in no time probably. I'm gonna value bet this ace king here. This guy contributed a lot of dead money. Not a lot of dead money, but it's 5 cents that he's probably just gonna fold off. Alright, I have 2 overcards and a straight draw here. I'm not gonna continue here. If he bets once, depending on the side, like if he bets pot, I'm just gonna fold. 12 cents. It's like essentially a check. I'm not gonna raise or do something silly. Just gonna keep seeing. I feel like when he bets 12 cents, he's never strong. I feel like he's drawing of some sort. If he bets this river, I might call. Which would be wild. It'd suck if he had like pocket sevens. Yeah, he's ace nine, backdoor flush, backdoor straights. All right. Yo, Slots Pro. I appreciate the understanding of the OBS problems. Really appreciate that. And it might be crashing again. I'm not even sure. Pretty confused. OBS, man. I have really good internet. I don't know why it would ever crash, honestly. Oh well. Thanks for sticking around if you stuck out in the shortage. I'm back. Ace King, that's a good hand. Ace 10. Facing the under the gun raise. I'm gonna call. I don't like this though. I'm like losing to a lot of aces with better kickers. But I'm gonna give the blinds some opportunity to give me some better odds here. I don't like getting called from behind. Pretty good flop for me though. Flop the straight draw, and I have the ace of hearts. So there's a lot of maneuverability in this hand. Getting check raised here. This is a pretty wet board. I'm gonna make a bet here. I'm gonna go all in. He has a lot of draws. He's pretty shallow. He just folds. It's fine. Got the ace. Ace might not even been that great of a card. Would have only helped me if I was already like losing to a Jack 9, which isn't that probable. Now I have a better straight draw. I'm gonna continue to bet. I lost the flush draw. Here I do have a flush draw. I'm gonna continue there as well. Ace Jack folded unintentionally, but I would have folded there anyways on the gun. Wouldn't mind if this guy just folded on the turn. Would not mind that. Looks like he does. Fold it. That's good. This guy is raising me the min raise. I have to call this, the odds. And I have the ace here. Crazy how I sat out for a second, even though I called. I should have bet that river. But things are happening a little too quickly for me right now. If I bet that river, I'm getting called by some eights, some other pocket pairs maybe. And then if they raise me, I'm just going to fold. Here I'm going to bet the 9. Some straight draws are calling me. Some flush draws are calling me that are worse than my pair. Maybe some overcards. 6 Jack, folding Queen 10, no. Jack 6, 6 Jack, 6 9. Not playing the 69 today. The 2 Queen, King Jack. I don't really love this under the gun. I don't really know if I'm ever making money with this hand under the gun, but we'll play it out. We'll play it out. I could 3-bet this, but with my suited ace, I'm just gonna give it a call. Maybe some other people will call like this big stack and maybe get a flush eventually. Flop the 9 over there. I'm getting 3-bet over here by the big blinds. Similar situation happened earlier. And he's betting a little bit more than half. I'm going to call this in position with the suited King Jack. I'm going to call this once and see what's going on in the turn. Turn the flush draw. This guy's betting like 2/3 pot. And he only has 145 left. He might just go all in on the turn, which I will be willing to call. This guy checks to me. Makes me feel like I have the best hand when he checks. I'm going to check back and kind of just control the size of this pot and allow him to bluff on the river with a worse hand. He's checking, or any worse hands than the one that I have going to call me if I make any bet? I don't think so. So I'm just going to check. Ace 10, yeah. Maybe if I bet that on the turn, he's going to call with his inside straight draw. Maybe. Maybe. But, like, probably not. Out of position. Alright. I don't even know what just happened. I feel like I just lost a hand over here and I don't even know about it. I'm going to try to penalize this guy who's limping. Alright, flop the ace here. I'm going to continue betting. Did I miss like a hand that I lost here? Oh wow, this guy had pocket aces. Good for him. I feel like he could have extorted some more money out of me, but I don't even remember what happens. Alright, ace 10. Extorted? Does that word apply? Squeeze would have been a better word. Just squeezing it out. 2-6. I feel like he bet twice. Probably could have bet 3 times. The ace 10, these guys with check. I'm going to apply some pressure. I don't want them to catch a pair or something on the turn. This flop does hit their range better than mine, but I don't want to leave my hand uncapped here. Like, I have higher pocket pairs. I don't have hearts, which makes me not want to bluff this hand as much, but they're showing weakness when they're checking, so this guy's raising, I'm just going to lay it down. I had 2 overcards, which is a pretty good amount of equity if they did flop a pair, but when they show aggression like that, I'm just going to lay it down. Pocket 2s. I'm going to call it. Getting some good odds here. Pretty deep stacks. Got another deep caller over here. A lot of money in this pot. Did not flop the set, so it's going to be hard to continue here. 10 queen. This guy is betting 8x under the gun. Okay. 8 times 5 is 40. I had to do that math because that's a pretty unusual bet. You know, I wonder what's going on there. I'm going to write that hand down and just like, I feel like that means he just has like a middle high pocket pair. And he's just doing that bet for protection. But pretty peculiar. 4:19, 11:15 p.m. I'm gonna write that down and just make sure. I really want to be cognizant of if any bet sizing tells, and if people are making these strange pot or over pot size bets pre-flop, if that could have any indication of the strength of their hand. I'm gonna track this down and eventually look back in my hand converter and see what that guy actually had, and if there's any consistency when people are making these unusual bets. Ace queen, I got 2 overcards. He's betting pot. I'm gonna call. Got the 5 for a straight. See if he shuts down. Now he starts betting less. I'm gonna call this again. If he checks on the river, I don't know. We'll see what happens. He's 3-betting, man. 3-barreling. Thinking about bluffing this. But like, if is he calling with like pocket 8s? He very well might do so. So I'm just gonna fold. He bet so little on the turn that I feel like my turn call wasn't that bad with 2 overcards. And if he shut down on the river, then maybe I would have shown more aggression. Maybe I would have made a bet. But he was just betting so weakly that I feel like it wasn't that bad a call. Maybe I could have raised earlier with my equity with my 2 overcards. Maybe I could have raised that turn. It's probably what I would have done if I could have that hand back again. Pocket 4 is not going to play that early position. King Jack. Did my OBS go down again? Because that would really blow. Pocket 10s. Queen Jack suited. Probably going to play. Gets this guy under the gun range. I think I'm just going to flat here. If I flip a set and he has something like pocket aces, I'm expecting to get a lot of money. And that's like the only way I'm really going to get a lot of money from this hand. And this guy has a lot of money in play. I'm getting some lag issues. The ace king times out. It's really unfortunate. I might have to reset my internet. Ace king would not have hit the ace or king on the flop. Maybe his blessing. I think this guy bet 5 cents because he thought I was timed out. Which I guess I was, but I had the best hand there.
Hey, Pone Star.
Not bad?
Yeah.
See ya.
How you doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Log your interesting hands.
I am.
Cool.
This will be on YouTube tomorrow. YouTube. Alright, got the aces. Got aces in every table, man. Now there's flush draws, there's straight draws. My ace here. Eek, I'm gonna half pot it. I don't want to give away a free river, but I also feel like my hand isn't that good to get 3 streets. He's check raising me pretty small. It's a small check raise. If he was betting bigger, I'd fold, but I'm gonna call this, see what he does. I don't want to see a heart. I didn't want to see another Broadway card. Let's see how his sizing is on the river. He's betting so small. King, Queen of Hearts would be pretty sick. I'm thinking about calling this, though. I'm not beating any real hands, but he's just betting like a third of the pot, so I'm going to call. He's a 5. You know, if he's betting bigger, I probably would have folded, but for just a 1/3 pot size bet, I'll look it down. Maybe he has some mishearts. Maybe he's just fucking clicking buttons. I don't really mind spending the extra $1 there to win that $3 pot. Flopped mid pair here. The ace deuce. I'm just gonna check. I'll probably check call. I feel like I'm not getting value from that much worse there. Maybe if I could, maybe I could have bet like a 3rd pot there. Kind of distracted. This guy is betting over the pot. There's a 1-liner to a straight, and I just have a mid pair. Like, that's a pretty good bet for him. Great river card for him to do that bet. I'm just gonna lay down. Need a 4 for a straight here. I believe he checked twice to me, so I'm probably just gonna pot this. Pot on the turn, pot on the river if he calls. But he just folds his small blind. That's fine. Good hands. Good hands. The Jack Deuce folding. Folding 10-5. Folding. What's up for the viewer? I will type hello in the chat again. Back in the hands, ace 9. I'm gonna try to steal that big blinds. Probably have the best hand with the ace 9, but thinking about doing something funky here just because we're so deep with the 6-10 suited. But I'm just gonna fold. A little bit of lag. Showing on my stream too. It's really unfortunate. I don't know what the deal with that is. Could really kill the 4 viewer count. Dude, disconnecting and reconnecting, man. I gotta solve that. Do flop the ace there. Pocket deuces I'm gonna lay down. Did not flop the set. Reconnection successful, I'm back. Last night I was streaming without any technical difficulties. I'm gonna try to figure that out and see what's going on there. I'm gonna probably do that after the stream though. Can't really manage these 4 tables and do that. It's gonna be a Google search on why is my OBS crashing when my internet is good. Maybe my roommates are watching porn. When like not even like decent porn, but like 4K porn. Who knows, man? Fucking porn these days is really advanced. Really advanced porn out there. Queen Jack. Got 2 overcards. Got a flush draw. He folds. Not a bad outcome. Just fast folding these shitty hands of the big blinds. I don't really want to fuck around for these like really small hands when a lot of times someone's just going to raise and I'm just going to be wasting a couple seconds. I'd rather just zoom to the next hand. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Ace Jack. I got the Ace of Clubs too. A lot of equity here, a lot of cards that I will be able to continue with on the turn, such as the Ace of Diamonds. A lot of straight draws calling me. A lot of pairs are calling me. Wow. Got the other ace. And I think I have to raise here. I have to raise here. Now if he re-raises me, it's tricky. Alright. That's good. He just folds. I appreciate his whatever bet he was trying to do on that river. I will happily collect that money. 9-4 suit, I'm going to raise. This is... yeah. Suited cards, when everybody folds to you, I feel like you just got to bet it. 10 Jack, this guy's betting 5x, I'm going to let it go. Alright. Pocket 3s, everybody folded, I probably had the best hand. Ace 5, King Jack. 2 Broadway cards, not bad. This guy's raising $1. I don't like that sizing. My hand's not that great, I'm just going to lay it down. I respect the dollar raise way more than I respect the 75-cent raise. This guy's going all in, he can just take my 5 cents, that's fine. Ace 5 of hearts. Nope, nope. Ace 8. I'm going to try to steal that guy's bet. Expecting a lot of folds here, and if he doesn't fold, his hand has a lot of playability post-flop. No straights, but the flush draws, backdoor flush draws are real. That's a real thing. But he just folds, takes it down. This guy is probably the same guy that just went all in. But the King Jack, King 10 is not good enough to call that. Waiting for a better spot. Jack 8 suited, that's going to play. Especially like the cutoff made this bet here, that other hand. And I have an ace blocker, which just really cuts down the hands that he's going to be able to call with, especially when he's probably opening to 75 cents pretty widely. So when you cut down one of the aces from that range, he's just going to fold a lot. He's just going to be burning that 75 cents a lot. 10-7? No. I appear to be lagging pretty hard. Pocket 6s, that could have played. Maybe we are just waiting for players. I'm not sure. A lot of 6s tonight, man. A lot of 6s. Dude, again? The fuck, man? Trees is like, my Bovada is... my ignition is not having that many problems. So I don't know what's going on there. And in my OBS, it just says I never stopped streaming. So I don't really know what's up with that. $10-9 of clubs. I'm not loving that opening, but we'll check it out. Alright, do flop mid pair. Not bad. His sizing is pretty big. I do know that some of his aces he's probably going to 3-bet pre. So I feel like my 9 is still pretty good. Check. See what he does here. Unfortunately, not a club on the turn. Man, this guy has $1.25. If this guy had more money, I'd be more inclined to make a bet. Alright, I'm calling one more time, and if... Wow, that force actually doesn't really change much. Getting very good odds here to call my 2 overcards. He's betting again. I think I'm just going to give him credit for this one. There was not many draws here. I'm just going to give him credit. I do flop the queen, and I'm going to bet pretty big. It's a strange bet, like me just betting out of nowhere like this. Like, what am I doing this with? Ace queen. But maybe like this guy with the dollar could have called. Guess not. There, I'd rather make the bet and get called by worse than try to like catch a bluff. I feel like a lot of those like middle pairs we're not going to make a bet on that river. So 15 cents, getting pretty good odds here. I'm out of position. 5 queen suited isn't that great, but just great odds. Pocket sixes. Gonna make a raise versus limper here. Maybe isolate. Maybe flop a set. I don't know. 3-9 suited, that's not going to play. The ace jack is going to play in position. 5 queen now. Now I have a straight draw. That didn't realize. Okay. The sixes are looking strong. Strong flop. Now we've got a boat. This guy is raising pretty big. I'm just going to lay it down, I think. This guy's behind me. My ace jack isn't that great. I'm not ahead of that many of his hands that he's doing with this, I don't think. I timed out here, so he might think that I have nothing. So I'm going to call this bet. That jack is a pretty good card for me. Makes it less likely that he paired up earlier. Wow, this ace on the river is not a good card for me. If he had like a suited ace flush draw, even though there was a boat on the board, man, it's such a cheap price though. I'm going to lay it down. I feel like in order for him to get there, he probably had an ace or a better pair. And I feel like a lot of times he might have like a ace X suited and was trying to go for the flush draw, and then he just caught up with the ace in the river. Here there's just too many hands that are beating me. He bet flop and river. He did check turn. I just have pocket twos. Pocket twos. Lost a lot of money tonight with pocket twos. Hopefully I will go back and learn something from that. I haven't flipped the set with him once tonight, and I feel like I've gotten pocket twos pretty good amount of times. Pretty good number of times. The ace queen. Gonna see bet here. We're pretty deep. I have the ace of hearts, so I'm continuing the flush draw now. Just gonna do half bet. But all right, get the queen on the river, which is pretty good. This really disguises my hand strength. If he has like an ace 7, pocket 10s, he has to call. Yeah, he just snap calls and mucks it up. All right, we got 2 colors of the aces. I don't have the ace of heart. I don't have the ace diamonds. Do not have the ace of diamonds. Definitely going to continuation bet here against 2 others. These guys are pretty short, especially this guy with 129 left. Oh well, they just both folds. Pocket like 70 cents in this hand. Pretty good. Pretty good. Flop 2 pair down here. Backdoor flush draw. Definitely betting this flop. Might raise if he bets. Be kind of strange for him to lead out here. It looked like he timed out, so I'm actually going to give him some more time to come back. I'm prepared to get this in with ace king over here. If he re-raises with me with his $2, let's check it out. He also has ace king. If we see runner heart here, which we don't. All right. Just gonna get $2 here with the 2 pair, and he folds. Maybe he could have called with like ace 10, with the overcard and the straight draw, and then on the turn he just decided to give up when it didn't hit. Ace 8-7, that's gonna play 9-3 fast folds. King 5. Now that he raises, it's a fold. 8-7. Suited, we got the 6 for a straight. We also have the backdoor flush. Backdoor flush. Got some equity in this hand, so I'm definitely going to try to semi-bluff this. I'm most likely not winning right now, so it'd be great if he could just fold, which he does. Here, this guy min-raise, I have a king 9. I'm not going to fuck around with that one. Short stacks is weird, man. Got top pair, good kicker. We do get a caller with the ace here. It's unfortunate here. I do get some callers, but it's a 10 is calling me, straight draws is calling me, flush draws drawing me. So actually a pretty good amount of hands, but it's gonna be really hard for him to have an ace in this spot because there's 3 of the aces already taken. Would hate to see a raise. The flush comes in. This is gonna be a bet fold for me. If he has like 2 pair somehow, he's gonna call, and if he has a flush, then he can just raise and take it down. He just calls, so I should always be winning though. That's perfect. The king queen, they got raised on the turn here. We're so deep. I feel like this guy's gonna bomb it on the river. Yeah, he did bomb it. He could have straighted up on the turn. There's not that much else out here. And this just isn't good enough for me to hero call. There's no flush draws that missed. A lot of 2 pairs out there. Straights. I'll live to see another day. Alright, this guy checked twice, I think. So I'm gonna bet big here. This guy bet kind of small. He chose not to go 3x. I'm gonna 3-bet and he just folds. Notice on this board, this guy bet he checked on the flop and then checked again on the turn. It really puts a ceiling on his range. He's almost always going to be very weak there. Just going to bet big, probably on turn and river, and get a lot of folds. Which he did. That's good. The ace 10, definitely strong enough to raise here. The ace queen, this guy's betting pot on the gun. I think I'm going to fold and watch this. So many players behind me. He has ace king sometimes here. Everybody just folds, and he's betting pot. Like, that's just a big bet. I feel like he's not doing that with ace jack. He could be doing that with some pocket pairs, not with ace jack, like hands that are worse than mine. Got the 2 pair with the ace here. I could bet and try to get something like a queen or an ace to fold, but that's just not going to happen. I'm ahead, no point in really betting there. Let's see, the pocket 10s, those are going to play. In position. Ten 9, ace 10. Try to just get this guy to fold. I have a decent hand in position here with ace 10, but 5 cents. King 2 is very hard to play. Damn it.
Jeff, you left your herpes medication over here.
Yeah, I did that on purpose, bro. It needs to be cleaned.
Okay.
I feel like it would smell if I let it breathe.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Don't let it breathe too much.
Yeah.
Good night, Poker Chef.
Good night. Ace jack. I'm gonna lay this down. Out of position here. My under the gun range looks pretty strong. I think I was under the gun that hand. And he's 3-betting me on the button. He's in position. I'm just gonna let it down. This guy's 5xing. Thinking about folding. I'm in position here, so I'm gonna call it. This guy's pretty short though, which scares me. I wanted to raise there, but didn't get it off in time. I feel like that played much better as a raise pre that gave me more playability post flop than just calling. But in position, I feel like you could do a lot. Flop the ace here. Just gonna try to get it in. He only has 876 behind. If he has a better ace, so be it. He didn't snap call, so that's a good sign. He folds. Wow. Fascinating. Might get some sort of weird hero call with my pocket sixes here. Maybe an ace and another high card calls me here. No? Okay. Guess not. That paired board, like, I'm not hitting this very often, especially when I check. I'm going to wrap up the stream in like 5 minutes. So far, the session's been going pretty well. Primarily in these bottom two more important tables. Up about 2 buy-ins. Probably less than that, because I probably bought in for like a couple more dollars at some point. I had a re-up. Queen 5, that's folding. Ace 6, this guy's betting 2/3 pot. Letting it go. King 5. Alright, ace queen on the button, suited, very strong hand. This guy's raising me. I think I'm gonna 4-bet this. This way, like, if he has a hand like pocket tens, he might just call, and it's gonna give me a lot more. It's gonna make me seem like I have a lot more strength to semi bluff on the flop. Now he's going all in though. I don't really like this. Thing is, like, sometimes I'm crushed by kings or aces. A lot of times we're just flipping. I feel like he doesn't. I'm never dominating him. I'm just gonna lay this down. Thing is, I put $1 in there, and it would have only been $3.90 more to call. So if I'm ever flipping, it's a disaster to fold there. But I feel like there are a lot of times when I feel like I'm just never dominating him, and there are some times where he's just dominating me. I'd rather just try to get a better spot. Fortunately, I 4-bet pretty small. That was like the min 4-bet. So I feel like I had a lot of. I feel like I had a lot behind me where folding isn't that bad. Whereas, like, if he has just ace king in that spot, I'm just burning money, man. Pocket twos, this is his chance. Pretty deep against this guy. Let's try it. No. Alright. The 9-8 suited, I'm going to try to squeeze there. Just like pussy min raise. Twos, I have the diamonds. He's betting half pot. Call, see one more. Alright, got the diamond draw. I think I might lead here. But probably not. Folded the sevens. Oh well. Let's see how much this guy decides to bet on the turn here. I'm going to try to steal here as well. Got the ace, suited ace. A lot of flops I'll be able to continue with. Man, that jack. Probably not a bad card for me to bluff on, but if he has a queen, he's just not going to fold. If he has like a 9, he could fold a lot. But I'm not really sure what hands I'd want to make, what hands I'd want to bluff out there. I checked this flop. I don't know if I don't even remember checking this flop. I got the black door flush. There's 2 cards here that I'm afraid of. I'm just gonna lay it down. Steal didn't work. He's gonna hit that flop a lot when he calls. Calls that pre-flop bet. 6-10 suited. All right, we're gonna try to go 4 ways with the small pocket pair. Try to flop a set. Stream might be going down again. King jack suited. This guy limps. Try to isolate him. In position. This guy's betting 175. Call. If a 4 comes, if a 5 comes, maybe a club. If 4 does come, and I'm gonna check raise if he bets. Gonna continue there. King Jack, I'm just gonna fold. He bet pot. I didn't like that spot. Let's see, man. Here it's like, what am I raising with? Like, what am I repping here? A 5 that I called the 75 cents with preflop with getting good odds, maybe. Do you have a 5 sometimes? I'm gonna have a set this time. There's flush draws. There's more straight draws. He just folds. It's fine. 10K would have been a pretty bad card. Alright, I'm going to sit out the next set of blinds here. And I'm going to wrap up the stream. Hopefully end on a positive note, how it is right now. Looks like the stream went dark. It's going to come back for like 30 seconds. It's going to be dumb, but whatever. That's really out of my hands. I don't have to do anything to reconnect. I don't know why it's disconnecting. It's stupid. 10-6, flop the flush draw here. Backdoor straight draw. Backdoor straight draw to the one liner. I'm good about it. Semi-bluff that flush draw all day. Get some folds. Here I would need a 5 to a straight. He checked flop, which he would be doing quite often. I'm just going to lay down. Could have c-bet that flop. Kind of surprised I didn't. Because I was not paying attention. Oh well, though, maybe he had something and it saved me some money if he's betting turn. King 5, folding that. Looks like we're done over here. 10 Jack, folding. Deuce. Let's see if we can get a free hand here. Playing on the button. Didn't even pay the big blind, but we get to play another button. I'm just going to press on back until I don't have to play the blinds. Oh, that was a mistake. There it is. I guess it took me out there. I forgot to click that button. You can click the sit out the next blind, and sometimes you can get some free hands. Guess I'm just going to play another round. Deuce 8, Queen 10. Should I blow this out of position? No, I'm just going to call. See if this guy decides to c-bet here. I don't think this is a good board to c-bet with unless you have like ace queen or a draw, a good draw. Let's see what the turn is. Wow, probably the worst turn card in the deck. I might be just looking at some folds if he bets this. All right, now this is gonna be a bet fold for me. Some single pairs are gonna call. Not many single pairs though. Maybe I should have just checked all, but once he's checking that turn, I feel like he's not gonna be bluffing that river. Let's see if this works now. So I'm gonna sit out next big blind, and I'm gonna come back. Does that work? That works. I got the button. That time it actually worked, and I'm still sitting out the next blind. That's a little Bovada hack right there. A little Bovada hack. Alright. Now it's over. That's it. See you next time. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.